Okay, so I'm here with Carolyne Cardy, who has been working with me doing private coaching, and just wanted to have a quick conversation with you, Carolyne, about where you started and where you ended up after working with me. So
All right.
what brought you to me in the first place?
I guess I had done as much as I could on my own. I'd worked very hard on myself, my spirituality, healing, and I felt that I couldn't break through or complete it without help. So I knew that you were not only a coach, but also somebody who was multifaceted in that I needed somebody who was more than just, trained. I needed somebody who was also an intuitive, spiritual, had access to the ether, which for you happened to be source, which is a bonus. But so I needed that multifaceted.
And so what were the kinds of issues that you had where you thought, well, I really need to get help from someone around this?
Okay, well, I wasn't able to overcome the anxiety over multifaceted or multi-step tasks. Couldn't break through my problem with procrastination. I couldn't get over the fact that I needed a partner to feel complete. I also wanted to stop looking outside of myself for any sort of validation. I wanted to get over the panic of being alone, because I've been through a few breakups. I also didn't like the fact that I had gotten to the point where I felt that marriage was a trap, because in the future I would like to have that option and not feel like it's not an option. And I was really struggling with the fact that I felt that I kept giving away my power and didn't have a voice.
Right. So lots of different kind of relationship things, not just with other people, but with yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you know that you were really at the point where you realized that you really needed to get help from someone else? Like, what was it? Was there like a breaking point that happened?
I had been, through my spiritual awakening, I had done a lot of work with other counselors through marriage counseling, couples counseling. I'd seen a psychiatrist about my childhood, and I felt that I wasn't complete from the help that I'd gotten so far, and I felt that I was not able to do it on my own, because I felt like I was stagnant all of a sudden. Like I'd made so much progress, through my meditations and all that, connecting with my higher self. These are all really big things, but when you feel like you're still not getting what you need, I felt I needed to go to someone who was an expert.
Right. So what I'm hearing is, so doing a lot of work, you'd already done a lot of work yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
And I'd made a lot of progress, but I didn't feel successful or complete.
Right. And what were you hoping to get out of the coaching when you first started? Like when we first started working together, did you have kind of a dream or an idea that, when this is done, well, I hope I'm here? Did you have that? And if so, what was that?
I had a very clear, very clear. I wanted to be at peace. I wanted to be in harmony with myself and my environment. I wanted to be able to handle anxiety and not ride that train forever. And I wanted to live life where I felt connected to nature, felt connected to the arts, my music. I wanted to just love myself and be complete within myself without anyone external.
Right. So having I'm hearing a sense of peace then.
Very much, yeah.
Around your life, around who you are as a person, as a woman, and then did you get that? What did you get out of the coaching?
I had got all that and more. And you're not paying me to say that.
So what do you mean by that? How would someone know that you're different now from who you were when you first started?
Okay, well, I completely accept myself, the shadow self, the child self, and myself. So I don't beat myself up anymore. I've taken control of my thoughts. I'm able to get myself back into my bliss. I embrace my power that I found that I had. I no longer look outside of myself. I'm much more confident. I'm very empowered. There's something here that you had written that I highlighted because there are a few things in the, so I had a turning point when I realized that all I needed was within me, and I stopped looking outside of myself. And I'm now telling myself that I have the power to look within myself first. That was huge, 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 huge. That was one of our tougher sessions. I've overcome the need for a man. Sorry, I got a hair. I don't feel like I am incomplete without one, although in the future, it would still be nice to have one, but I don't feel panicked about that. I feel that I'm valuable just the way I am, and that I'm complete as I am. I truly now believe people think they deserve happiness, but their actions reflect that deep down there's a programming that makes them feel that they don't, and they really settle. I no longer have that programming thanks to you. So now I do believe that I need happiness, and I'm not afraid to ask for it, and I'm not afraid to expect it, and I'm not afraid that it would be just happening organically. I no longer have the need to fight for what I need. I feel that I'm putting out a vibe now where it should just be organic and not a struggle. I don't stress as much. I don't have as much anxiety. I am calm, and I don't beat myself up for I should do this, I should do that, I should be cleaning, I should be doing that. I am, which is huge because I've always kind of been a little bit of a Tasmanian devil when it came to that. I awoke myself, well, you helped me to awaken me to me, which was great. I think once you can kind of awake yourself to yourself, you become a self-sustaining machine of whatever you want to create. I don't know, I've got more.
Yeah. So was there, for somebody listening to this, what would you say there were maybe a couple of key components of the work that you did with me that had you make all these incredible shifts from where you started to where you are now?
First, you don't sit there and tell people what to think. You guide them to think until they have their own aha moment, which is the best way to learn. You can't be told. You have to figure it out yourself. So you're very good at guiding people to figure it out themselves. I do believe that because you are intuitive and you are guided by source, you are able to do that more than somebody who's just learned from a book of psychiatry. Not to say anything against that profession, but you just have that added guidance because you are also in tune to people's energies and the ether and the spirit world. So you really can guide them completely to find themselves. So that's.
And did you find that there were any kind of action steps or strategies or new kinds of behavior that you took on as a result of working with me that maybe you wouldn't have thought of doing before or you hadn't done before?
Yes. I don't want to say you beat me up, but.
Well, it's tough love.
Yeah, okay, so you know what? At first I kind of came into this thinking you were going to be my friend and you were going to, kind of like, but then I realized that you were telling me things I didn't want to hear, but things that were necessary for me to hear. And although they were hard at the moment, you kind of like, I won't say pounded a new way of thinking into me because that's kind of bad, but you really instilled in me through your method of coaching that forced me to break that old way of thinking and make new connections. So that was you, because I was going around in a circle thinking I could suppress it, whatever, but you broke that through your methods, whatever they are. I can't even name them, but yeah, you're very good at like breaking somebody's way of thinking, cleaning their tracks in the moment that they're doing it, pointing it out and telling them this is, and then getting them to figure out another way of thinking, which would have not been something I ever would have thought of.
Right.
So it was really good that way.
So what I'm hearing is really catching on to your patterning and being able to say, maybe there's another way of looking at this, and then helping you to kind of figure out another way of looking at something that is your way. Not necessarily my way, but your way, or giving you options on what might get you a better result or a better way of feeling and being. than what you had had
Yes.
before.
You
Right.
never told me what to think. You never, and I wanted you to because I was so programmed to just have somebody else tell me what to do. So that was very difficult for me to break that. And that's huge. And that might be the hardest part for a lot of people if, you know, they choose to proceed with you, is that it might not feel like you're getting what you want, but you're getting what you need.
Right. Right. And have other people noticed any difference in you?
Mm-hmm. I'm getting texts from people who I've known for 12 years saying things like through the process, not just like after we were done. They've never seen me happier. They've never seen me more in my power. They have a great deal of respect. They want what I have.
Really?
Yeah. And I've had a lot of people who never really used to look to me for any sort of anything, really come to me for just to be in my company. Not like, you know, I'm not like praising but they're listening, they're observing, they want what I have. I have completely changed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you did a lot of work to get yourself there. So if you you said, you know, people want what you have. If
Mhm.
there was someone out there watching this, and is thinking, well, maybe I am where you were, and
Mhm.
maybe this kind of work might be for me, what would you say to them?
Go for it. Go for it. It's the best thing you'll ever do.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't have any doubts that I wanted to do this because I think a download occurred when you asked me that question. Because I remember you saying, wow, you're very decisive. Like, it's kind of a big decision. It's a big commitment. And I was like, no, I was so sure. The spirits are like, do this. And so, yeah,
Right. Any regrets?
none, zero,
Beautiful.
zero.
Wow. Well, it was a pleasure. It was such a pleasure working with you. And thank you so much for taking this time to share with other people about what you experienced and
Yeah,
where you are now compared to where you were. Wonderful.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
my pleasure. Thanks for working with me, Gail.
Okay.